Mac Jones is trying to be the man
in
New England. And if you read a lot of the reports out there, he's pretty close to being the man. People like him. There have been a lot of positive reports about
his
Mac
charisma
Jones.
and leadership and, swagger.
Which is
real.
funny because in interviews he kind of seems goofy. He seems like a goofy dude.
I know.
A little bit. But,
totally nerdy white guy.
but a leader of men, apparently.
Right.
At least so far.
He is.
13 of 19, 87 yards, so pretty low. He did take 1 sack. So you don't like to see the 19 passes and just 87 yards. That's kind of a bummer. But it was precise, not many incompletions. What'd you think of Mac Jones?
I mean, it's. I think the thing that the first thing I would say is there's just a calm and cool and confidence about the guy. As soon as he ran on the field, you were just like, they're going to move the ball down the field.
He's got it.
He's
He can
got
handle
it.
it.
Right. I mean, of course, I've read and heard things and know people and all that. Of course, have little inklings about that. But I think he gives off that aura anyways to a degree. And he's like it's just so rare to see a rookie have like a 4th or 5th year type presence about him. I think that's what the first thing that jumps out to me about him. And then the second thing I would say is like, man, all right, his physical skills are not as wowing as any of the guys we just talked about. None of them. I wish he would have looked a hair twitchier and the ball would have exploded out of his hand a little bit more aggressively.
His margin for error is very slight.
It is very
small.
slight. And I think he can get him better at those type of things. Like when he stops thinking, he'll get back into like being a little bit more of what we saw at Alabama as far as the quickness and the twitchiness. He's thinking too. And of course that, like I've always told you, it's the hardest offensive system in football. But I think the thing that's most impressive is just like, is every throw on the money? Is every fucking throw on the money? I mean, it's almost every single one. It might not wow you. You might not go, whoa, but every throw is a perfect spiral right underneath the guy's chin. Oh, here's a play action pass between 2 linebackers and their safety bearing down. Boom. Perfect to where the guy can, cover up. Shallow crosser on 3rd and 3. Yeah, whoop-de-f***ing-do. I know. But he throws the ball a foot in front of the guy, the receiver, so he can keep running full speed. And now he is able to run around the linebacker and get the first down. And then, 13 for 17 with a catch that should have been challenged by Belichick, a go route down the left sidelines that was a perfectly thrown touchdown pass, and for some reason the receiver fell out of bounds. I don't know. If he just runs straight, he's going to catch a touchdown. So I think that's what I liked, let alone, again, what I think I'll go back to with him is they played it a legit NFL way. It wasn't game. New England never game plans. They're never. They're going to go, no, this is what we're going to do. This is what we've been working on. Have you aced this test yet before we can move on to the next stuff? And I think from that standpoint, it was all positive. He does all the quarterbacky things right.
Yeah.
Yes. Would I like to see a little bit more, maybe backyard like Justin Fields, get out of the pocket, do something else? Yeah, sure. I don't think that's going to be his game, necessarily. But I still think I liked what I saw in a lot of ways, just because he's such a quarterback, aficionado.
Yep. I mean, there are a lot of people that thought they saw his decision-making and the way he was able to deliver in the right spot at the right time, and they were like, I would take him as the top quarterback. There were people that said that in the NFL.
There's a lot of people that I know. Listen, there's a lot of people that say that.
So you've got, you were working with New England there for a while. You got little birdies in there. You were relatively high on Jarrett Stidham, rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
How do you think he compares in that building to Jarrett Stidham?
It's who? It's Cam Newton or Mac Jones. Period. They have taken over the team, and I think Mac has a way stronger presence than I think. Like Belichick and Josh McDaniels knew about his presence, but I think the whole team is a little bit like, damn, this guy's a little bit like Cam. He's just a man. Everybody thinks he's the man.
Well, that was Cam's big selling point, right?
Right. And you hear Cam's waxing poetically about Mac Jones and this stuff, that he's cool and he's in the locker room saying lyrics to rap songs and funny jokes.
He sounds
like
a guy that you root for, right? And it was the case in Alabama, right? People, his teammates, people that got to know him, they rooted for him.
Right, no doubt. And I just think, and then Cam sees him doing all the little things. He works hard. You
think he really beats out Cam week 1?
No, I don't. I think Mac Jones will make it very close. I think they'll feel very comfortable to go, man, if we got to play him this year, we'll be okay. But I think, one, they're always a little reluctant to play young guys. 2, What I come back to, I think, with more than New England than anything is, I just have a hard. I think Bill and Josh are going to maximize what this team is about. And to me, still, this team is not ready to go, oh, let's spread it out and throw Mac Jones and go back to Tom Brady football, right?
Yeah.
They're not there yet. I still think they're more of like last year's team, where it's like, no, let's smash people with the run game. We got 2 tight ends. Yeah, we're a little bit better at receiver. Now we can give Cam a fighting chance. And then with his ability to run the ball, we can make our run game even that much more dangerous.
Isn't that a potential problem for them, right? Because it's like you go from one style of play with Cam to where if you do have to go to Mac, that's a completely different style of play.
They can do it because at least like Cam's running all the Tom Brady plays and doing all that stuff in practice just like Mac Jones.
Yeah.
It's just when they get in the game, they go, yeah, but we like this formula of calling plays with Cam. Like third down, he's still going to run the Mac Jones, Tom Brady plays.
Yeah.
But on first and second, they're going to package it differently than Mac Jones. I mean, like, you know, hey, listen, it speaks volumes to me. Like Mac Jones came in the game and they were like, empty formation, let him figure out who to protect, and he'll figure out where to throw the football. So that tells you right away. I mean, they are already confident in his abilities to do that. But no, New England never strays too far from, even though Cam's offense is different, it's still the pass plays. Mac, if he was in, he would still run a lot of Cam Newton pass plays and all that. They're just going to miss some of the, play action, quarterback design, run stuff and all that. And if Mac came in, they'd probably get in a little more empty shotgun and let him do that type of stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. What's your
Does that
number?
answer that question?
Yeah, totally. What's your number? Coming off a 7.6, very controversial.
Yep, I gave Zach
Decimal
the lead. I'm gonna go Mac Jones. I'm gonna give him a 7.55. Is right. I am.
Wow. 7.55.
To me,
this is again. Now we're going into hundreds of them.
I'm not worried about his stats were this and this highlight plays for preseason football. I'm judging it more on, will this work in regular season football? Is this realistic? All those type of things, and that's where I think I give the edge to Wilson and Mac Jones that way.
Okay,
for what they did.
Here was a tweet just 4 minutes ago from Mike Giardi, I think is how you say his name. Mike out there in New England. Main takeaway from a Patriots perspective: Cam Newton was riding the struggle bus all practice long. Ball not coming out quickly and issues with accuracy. Showed up in red zone work with a ball behind Asiasi, followed by an interception the next play from linebacker Eric Wilson. Uh-oh. Oh, boy.
He's got it's his biggest thing is getting off wide receivers. Can he get off the guy and go to the next read and do those type of things? You know, like the sack the other night when he got hit by Chase Young, that wasn't Cam Newton's fault. I mean, that was a phenomenal pass rush move and all of that. But there's been too many plays even last year like that with Cam Newton. I'm saying where the protection's good and he's still looking down the field and gets hit like that and has no awareness of what's around him and things like that and all that. So, hey, it'd be interesting. Mac is going to continue to get better and push him.
He's going to play. I mean, clearly Mac Jones is going to play at some point this year. Yes?
I'm not going to totally say that. I'm not. But if Cam falters, he will. Like, Cam's going to have to be playing A-type football to keep his job. That's what I'll say. I think they're going to look at it like I said. We can maximize how great our team is if we have Cam in. But if it doesn't work, okay, or we might lose some of the running stuff. We're still going to be able to pull a guard and smash traditional and do that. You know, no read option quarterback design runs. They'll infuse, instead of that, they'll take that away, and that's where you'll see some of the more empty shotgun Brady-type offense infused into it. But I really think it'll be Cam week 1 unless we hear more and more tweets like you just said right there where it's like, what the hell is he doing today?
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.